Alright, so after that dumpster fire of Portal Forbidden Testing Tracks, I appeared to have acquired a curse. Because Shadowplay does not want to even record this game anymore. I used to have some problems with it, but I was able to get around it, but now it doesn't even want to record it. So I've switched to OBS. If I sound a little weird, I'll try to work out the kinks as we go along here, but I got it to work, and I think it looks okay. So, in this DLC, we have 3 stories to do. I'm assuming I could do them in order, the way it's intended. So we'll start with Orpheus Ascending. Take your brain for a ride through the laser grid and explore the philosophy of love, death, and resurrection with Hypatia and Sarai. Classic laser mechanics of the series are pushed to the limit in unexpected ways, testing your ability to think differently. Okay, well let me read the rest as well, just before I get started. Isle of the Blessed. Embark on a puzzle-driven adventure set on a stunning Caribbean island. Solve an array of fresh, medium difficulty puzzles culminating in the hexahedron. Into the Abyss. Return to one of the most dramatic moments from the Talos Principle 2 with being challenged with extremely difficult puzzles. Well, that sounds fun. Okay, we're going to go in order though, so starting with Orpheus Ascending.
I think that's it. The new body's ready for the transfer. How's the reassembly algorithm?
Done.
Well then, somebody just needs to go in there and disentangle the data. Ah, and here comes our expert.
Thank you for agreeing to this one, Kay. Perhaps together we can right an old wrong. When I was lost in my own grief, I spent a lot of time thinking about Hypatia and Sarai. How they found each other, how they lost each other, and how beautiful it would be if we could reunite them. For the longest time, it was only a daydream, but not anymore. In the myth of Orpheus, the ancient bard descends into the underworld to bring back his beloved wife, who died in a tragic accident. With the power of his music, he convinces Hades and Persephone to free her. But he is told that she must walk behind him, and he must not look back at her until they have left the underworld. And so, of course, in every version of the myth, he looks back. Because he doesn't trust the gods, or because he is an imperfect man, or because he simply forgets. And death is triumphant once again. We've accepted that triumph for a long time, because we had to, because what else could we do? But the world changes, and we are not the frightened, powerless creatures we once were. Perhaps it's time to say enough, and let Orpheus complete his ascent.
Oh, it's so nice to be back after Portal
You will have
Forbidden
to
Testing
collect
Tracks.
all of Sarai's data fragments so that we can reconstruct her personality. I'll monitor you from here, just like last time.
Good luck, kiddo.
You know what I miss the most? Doing this. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I can't. Open message, not goodbye. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm writing this. In all likelihood, you can't even read this, because so little of your consciousness is left, and what's left of your battery is dying. They say it's impossible to recover you, and the backups were all destroyed. I wish we'd backed ourselves up in the New Jerusalem before we left. But space was so limited, We would have had to wait so long. Except, of course, it's nothing compared to the empty years that stretch before me now. I don't have the words to express what you mean to me. I tried to sum it all up, to say something elegant and beautiful and perfect, and I can't. Maybe it can't be said, maybe it only exists as days and years live together. A sequence of moments bound together like a string of lights defying the darkness of the sky. I don't know. All I know is that this is not goodbye. Maybe the end of you, of us, of who I was, but I will not say goodbye. Love you forever, Hypatia. See, coming from Forbidden Testing Tracks, I forgot what good writing was. And now I remember. Also, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to read that on the computer. It's a little blurry. So, oh, the QR codes. There is no greater joy than discovering something that you had never imagined. In that moment, you understand the world is better than it seems. Yield. Alright, time to try and remember what all these do. So this will switch to blue. Can't bring it through. So we need both. Oh yes, the gates that go invisible are still there, that's nice. Because it's going to crisscross, but block my puzzle. What do I even need that for, actually? What does that do? I don't know. Wait, if I stand in front of it, what is it? Disable anything? I don't think so. Maybe I have to stand in front of it? But the second I run, it's gonna break up, isn't it? Yeah. Already stumped. Oh, these are still here? That's good to know. Never will use it, though. Nice the options there. And then I can reset this to try it again at some point. I didn't even look around at the map. That looks cool. Now my only gripes from the base game was the maps were too large to traverse around, so hopefully they're not as giant this time. I'm stalling for time because I feel dumb not being able to figure this out. Oh, that's cool. I just said I was gonna use the lasers in different ways, so.
When I was born, the first thing I felt was that I was alone. Not that I was lonely, but that I was separate.
Crossing the river.
Singular. There was the world, and there was myself, a contained entity. And this sense of separation, of a distinct self, was delightful. Individuality itself was a source of constant joy and wonder. What could be more incredible than to be able to say, I am?
We have the first fragment. Everything's looking good on our end.
Alright, let's see. What can we do here to stop this coming all the way across? Okay, I think I need to delete that for a second. I need to do that, that, and that. No, see, that doesn't work. So I was wondering if it was if I had to do it from this side first, and then work my way back with the blue one to go across. I might. Since there's both coming in there, that's not going to work. All right. Let me see if I can work around that. Sort of. I'm onto something. Delete all those. And let me just start with that, and then I'll work my way from there. So 2 of them are off. How do I get that one? How do I get this one to not project across? Oh, wait. What if I also connected it to here? What about that? No. I feel like having that connected is also important. And that's red. I'm almost there. Let me deselect all. I want to see if I can do anything. That I probably shouldn't have that connected up, now that I think about it. What if I did that? Now remove that. Deselect. What if I do just that? Right, but that's what... That's not gonna work. About that one. Sort of? Now what if I connected up blue and then put it up against there? Would that work? No, it's very close though, it feels like. Maybe that too? No. Having it on this side only makes this come over here, and then if I do the same thing here, that one blocks it. Okay, so I feel like I'm right there on it though. What if I also connected that up and this? Okay. What about here? No, because that laser can't get through to me. I think I need to erase this. It's not helping. Okay, wait. I got it.
As I grew, I realized that the more I developed this sense of self, the more enjoyable it became simply to exist.
Sequence.
It wasn't selflessness that improved existence, but refinement of the self. When the ancients said that ego is something to set aside, they got it all wrong. Ego is something to nourish and shape. A work of art.
The reconstruction's working. Keep going, 1K.
I need red. I don't think blue would be right for that, unless I do cut it across and then I break that, and then I can step on this and... I can't bring it through though. Can't bring it through either side. But it'll work. Just not once I step off. If I just go crazy and have everything connected up, if I block that, that sounds dumb, but... Alright, discharge this, set it down. I think I need to reset this. It's probably not gonna work. I really think the key is to just get that lit up as red. But how? Let me do this and the catcher. I probably shouldn't do that, maybe. Wait, would that work? There we go.
My insights into the value of the self were genuine, I think. But of course, I was completely inexperienced. In fact, in many ways, I was like a human child.
Vastness.
So I began to resent everything that intruded on that sense of self. My social obligations to the others, the leadership of Athena and Cornelius, even the obvious limitations imposed on us by our situation. Why did I have to exist in this particular historical moment, saddled with the task of reconstructing civilization?
We can bring this through. I mean, was it just blue? That's it? Okay. Can I see that from here? No, it's blocked. Okay. So I definitely gotta pre-set up some other way this works here. Maybe at an angle where I can also see. I don't know what that's gonna help, but maybe at an angle where I can also see the other connector from here. Like that? No. I need something that's gonna cut across. Maybe I do that anyways? Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I had to just connect it up anyways. So it blocks the red one.
With that focus on the self, also came an enormous and increasingly overwhelming fear of death. The pleasure of existence seemed almost erased by the possibility of its ending. If it was possible not to be, if the self had an ending, even in the distant future, then how could anything have meaning? I spent far too much time imagining that last moment, the moment just before I stopped existing. How could I possibly face that?
Okay, so this episode is going to be a little short just because I'm testing out OBS and I'm making sure it's going to work properly. So I'm a little paranoid about that. But next episode we'll read this and then we'll move on to the rest of the puzzles around here.